Welcome to the another video of the DC-DC boost converter. In the first video, we find out the relation between the output voltage V0 and the input voltage, and we say the voltage is boost up, and the relation that comes out to be is that V0 is equal to 1 by 1 minus D. D is the duty cycle on time period into Vd. So here obviously the output voltage will be more greater than Vd, and D is here during on time divided by total time or switching time. And when the voltage is boost up, also it indicates that the current is I0 is 1 minus D times of I of D. So current is stepped down. It is a current buck converter and voltage boost converter. It's the same meaning. Now, in the boundary condition, we will find out the value of the LNC or some conditions in which the current will rise and fall, and it will start from zero, like we will show in the diagram. Here, assuming we have done an assumption like V0 is constant, and then let us say this is the pulse. So the pulse is given with 0, the pulse is on during the duty cycle, the pulse is given to the switch. The switch is on for a time T1 or D times, so DTS, the switch is on, and the other time 1 minus D times of TS, the switch is off. So we can say 0 to total TS is the switching time through which the pulse is given at the switching frequency is 1 by TS. So now what is the waveform of VL, and let us draw the waveform of IL out of it. So VL and IL we will draw. So here the voltage across the inductor is shown here with VL during the on time. We have the output voltage as VD. So VD is the output voltage when it is on. The voltage across the inductor is the VD when it is on, and the voltage across the inductor is V0 is greater than VD, right? So V0 minus VD, this is the term. Obviously this term will be because the polarity of the inductor reverse when it is off, so that is why this is having a total is a negative value, which is reflected over here. VL is equal to V0 minus VD is shown here. Now the current in case of just like boundary condition, is that say the current is rising, let us make it a little bit of higher so for the clear, and it is starting from 0 and it is ending at 0 just at the end of the time interval. So this is how it is, like it's starting from 0 and it is ending at 0 at the time interval. So this is current IL. Now the average value of the inductor current will obviously be same as the inductor current is here, will be same as the input current average value. So let us find the average value of the inductor current, or we can also say whatever the ripple content in it. So this is the height, and this height is nothing but we can say this is the del of IL, the ripple current, and that ripple current is also equivalent to this. We can write this is also equal to, not equal to, half of this is equal to, so we can take the half of this line, half of this line, and this is can be written as the average value of the inductor current, and since it is we are calculating for the boundary value, so let us write is ILB. So what we can write is that ILB is the boundary value. At the boundary value the average current is ILB, which is now equals to half of the IL peak, which is the half of the IL peak. IL peak is the maximum magnitude of this, so we can write this as IL peak. And this IL peak we can calculate, like we can write IL peak is nothing but, we can calculate by using a formula that V is equal to L di by dt. So IL peak is nothing by, at the time of IL peak, the input voltage from during this time to this time 0 to TTS. So input voltage is VD divided by into the time is DTS whole divided by L. So this is the value of IL peak. So we can substitute here, and with half multiplied we can write half. Here let us remove this. VD or DTS by L, or this will be equal to VDTS D by 2L. Now this part will let us remove. Now we can write in terms of VD, also we can write in terms of V0. So since V0 is a constant, so we replace the value of VD as 1 minus D times of V0. So the same thing as V0 TS by 2L D and 1 minus D. So here we get an expression of ILB, the boundary condition average value in this term. Let us write this expression and equation 1. So what could be the maximum value of this inductor current? What could the maximum, at what value of the duty cycle we will get a maximum value of this inductor current? If this is objective, we can derivate it, we can do like this, that DILB by derivative with respect to D is equal to 0 for what value of D. So these are the constants, so if we derive it, so D of capital D, this is D minus D square, some constant these terms, so is equal to 0, so derivation of this is equals to, or we can write 1 minus 2D is equal to 0, and this gives us the value of D as equals to 1 by 2. So at D equals to 1 by 2 we will get a maximum value of ILB. So we can write ILB max is equals to, at D is equal to 1 by 2 is equals to V0 TS by 2L after substituting 1 by 2 and 1 minus 1 by 2, 1 by 4. So this has come out to be V0 TS by 8L. This is the value of ILB max. Can we write ILB in terms of ILB max? Yes, let us say this is equation 2. So we can write here finally that ILB is equals to, this is the expression, so substitute this value, this is nothing but 4 times of ILB max D times 1 minus D. This will be expression of the ILB, what we get in terms of ILB max. Now we rewrite the value of this ILB again here. Our objective is to know that what could be the value of this here I0B. Where is I0? I0 is a term over here. This is the I0, and we would like to write in terms of I0B, that is the average value of the output current. This output current is definitely a buck, so it will be the lesser than this, not the same, and this value will be equals to I of L, I of 0 B. Since this is the case of the boundary condition, we will get our average value of the current. So we need to know that what is the value of I0B at boundary condition. So we know that I0 is nothing but output current is buck, so I0 is 1 minus D times of I of D. I of D, ID is the input current. We know that the input current I of D is same as the current through the inductor IL. So we can replace this ID in terms of ILB, and that means 1 minus D is multiplied with this equation V0 by Ts by TL. So this is D times of 1 minus D whole square. So that is the expression of I0 here. So let us write this equation 3. Now again, for what value of D we will get the value of I0B as maximum. So now we will write this as I0B. So I0B is maximum. For that we have to derive the I0B with respect to D, and when we put it equals to 0, and when we derive with respect to D, so this is a constant term, so this is what is going to be derived. So we get D times of this D, and this some constant K, D times 1 minus D whole square, and this, after doing this derivation, what we're getting is, we're getting this D, derivation of this term is 2, 1 minus D, because of negative sign we get minus here, then plus 1 minus D whole square, derivation of D is 1, so this term should be equal to 0. So here we get here that this is minus of 2D. So let us do one thing, take 1 minus D common here, and 1 minus D common, and what we get is minus of 2D plus 1 minus of D is equal to 0. So this implies this 1 minus of D, and this side is come out to be 1 minus 3 times of D is equal to 0. So what did it implies? That implies that D will be I0B is maximum when D is equal to 1 and D is equal to 1 by 3. Yeah. Now if we put the value of D equals to 1, this I0B is 0, so this is not a valid, and D is equal to 1 by 3, we get a maximum value of I0B. So what is I0B? So I0B is equals to, we can write that by maximum value. So maximum value we are getting by substituting the D value is 1 by 3, which is equals to, let us write down this by 2L, V0 Ts by 2L, this is 1 by 3, this is 1 minus 1 by 3 whole square, and this comes out to be 2 by 3 whole square, and here it is 2 by 27 V0 Ts by L. This is the value what we get, that is I0B max. So can we write I0B in terms of I0B max? Yes, so we can write I0B is equal to, if I substitute this value V0 Ts by 2L here, that will be equals to 4 times 27 by 4. 27 by 4 times of multiply with I0B max into this variable term, that is D, 1 minus D whole square. So we get the expression of this I0B in terms of I0B max. Earlier we have got the expression of ILB in terms of 4 ILB max D into 1 minus D. Let us check this, that we get the value of this ILB. Here ILB is equal to 4 ILB max D into 1 minus D. So we get this expression of ILB in terms of ILB max and I0B in terms of I0B max. Can we draw a curve indicating that for different value of duty cycle, how does this I0B and ILB varies? So we will plot here ILB, and first ILB when D is equal to 0, we are getting here the value is 0, and when D is equal to 1, again we get a value is 0. So in between you will get this type of curve. If you vary the value of D, you will get a curve like this, and certain value of D, it is maximum, that is 0.5, we get a maximum value of ILB, and that value is ILB max. ILB max. This is all done with assumption that V0 is constant. Now, what is the V0B? V0 is constant. V0B, for V0B, you will have a curve, different curve. That another thing is to remember that when D is equal to 0, it is 0. When D is equal to 1, again this I0B is 0. At D is equal to 1 by 3, that is 0.33, you will have the maximum value. So you will get a curve like this. And further, if you change the value of D, you will get a curve ending at 1. So here, this expression will give you that I of 0B, and the maximum value, what will come, it is I0B max. So thus the curve for various value of D, what is the value of ILB and what is the value of I0B is being shown in this figure. Now, as we find out the value of I0B, that is, which is to be, now I0B is the average value of the current at just continuous conduction mode. I0B is that average value if the load current, average load current drops below I0B. If it is below the I0B, then obviously the current conduction will be discontinuous in nature. So this gives a boundary value, always give us the limit which will be between the continuous and discontinuous mode. In the next video, we will go for the discontinuous conduction mode, and we will see that how to evaluate what is the discontinuous time in the off time, switching on and off time, how to manage in the discontinuous mode.